Hi everyone, my name is Martin Linksfeld and I am Master Chef in fogkitchen.com. Recently, I have provided a webinar for the people, and during Q&A session, someone has asked me about the possibility of mixing Terraform deployments and manual deployments with OCI Cloud Console or even OCI CLI. That is a really good question, and I was trying to answer it as deep as it was possible. This experience has given the birth for this video, in which I will show you 3 use cases which proves simple thing. It is not good to mix up both types of deployments, as we can expect significant side effects hard to fix immediately. It is especially true for big and complex deployments, and frankly, it doesn't mean Terraform is not flexible or capable. Far from it, believe me. Terraform for sure helps to do things in a suitable manner with planning and controlling over our cloud deployments. I hope you'll find it funny, this video, so let's roll. Okay, first of all, I will create an infrastructure with the usage of Terraform. I'm in my cloud tenancy and I am in my cloud shell. And currently I'm using my single web server lesson 1. So let me run Terraform apply, and within a second we'll know exactly what will be built. 9 resources to be added, right? So some web server, I guess, VCN, web subnet, some security list, etc. Let's roll. And yeah, this will be created within a minute or 2, so I will pause it. Okay, looks like the Terraform has finished the execution. We have 9 resources added. Here is the IP address of our web server, so let me verify it. Okay, it is working. And let's do some trick, right? I will go directly to our network, into our VCN, and inside a VCN, in a proper compartment, right? I will remove from this subnet, which is only one, some entry from our security list, right? So let's imagine it will be this one, right? So the access to port 80, and I will remove it. Okay, and let's verify what happens here. Yeah, I'm not able to access my web server, right? And let's verify what will happen inside the Terraform after that. So I will run Terraform apply, and I will see what Terraform will diagnose from this situation, right? What will be discovered. Okay, so looks like we have a configuration drift, right? The desired state is to have, this ingress rule, right? And this ingress rule is not existing. So because of that, Terraform will add it again, which means after this operation, let's return back to our security list and rerun. No, it's default. So let me go to this one. Okay, it has returned, right? So let's refresh, and now again the web server is available. So it looks like Terraform can manage the configuration drift, and by replaying the plan, it will recreate the necessary entry in our security list. That's great. Let's move forward to another example. Okay, some small entry looks like a peanut, so let's do something more devastating, right? So let's do let's do this thing, right? So we will just terminate our web server, right? So after some time, I believe this server will just disappear, right? So work request terminating, right? So yeah, I believe after a while it will disappear. So I will pause for a moment. Okay, so looks like the machine is terminated. So yeah, it's obvious. I won't be able to access my web page, right? So let's return back to our Terraform and let's rerun Terraform apply to see what this time Terraform will detect, what kind of a drift will be discovered after this. So let's scroll down, let's scroll up, right? It looks like, right, it has discovered that the web server has disappeared and the whole thing, whole resource will be created from the scratch, right? So let's run this Terraform apply. And as you can see, web server 1 is in a provisioning phase. So let's see how it looks like in our console. Okay, we have a provisioning process on the way. So let me pause for a sec. Okay, the process is finished. As you can see, a new IP address has been chosen. And unfortunately, this address is not responding. What does it mean? Where is the web server? Unfortunately, we have a problem with our null resource, our remote execs. So let me run Terraform plan to see if maybe something additional is needed. No, infrastructure is up to date. For some reason, null resource is diagnosed as fully deployed. So the only thing we can do is to run Terraform taint command for this resource. Okay, this is the way how I should run it. And after this command, next Terraform apply will rerun this resource for us. And there is an expectation that after we will have all in place, right? Let's wait for a sec. I'll pause for a moment. Yeah, there is another yum command which is ongoing after provisioning the machine, so I'll pause. Oh, there is no need to pause. Looks like I have finished, and now I expect we will have the answer from the server. Okay, yeah, so it looks like when we are using null resources, which are dependent on our VMs, we need to use Terraform taint to replay something which should be executed after configuration, drift detection, and recreation of the VM. Important information, I think. Let's move to another topic. Okay, the third example, or let's say the third use case, let's imagine someone has decided to create web server 2, right? But not with Terraform, but from the console, right? So I'm adding yet another web server in the same AD, in the same VCN, in the same subnet. yeah, and yeah, and I will create it, right? And the question is, what Terraform will do with this configuration drift? If Terraform will be able to, let's say, discover this new machine which has been created completely outside of the realm of Terraform, and that is the big question, right? So let me pause for a moment because the create instance operation is in progress. We have 5%, so it will take a few minutes, and I will be back soon. Okay, web server 2 seems to be up and ready. So let's do Terraform refresh to obtain information from REST API of our cloud. And now we can run Terraform plan to see what Terraform will tell about the current state of the infrastructure. It looks like it thinks it is fully up to date, so web server 2 has not been discovered. So we have a problem, right? And the question is how to overcome that problem. So first of all, we need to create this machine in our desired state Terraform files, configuration files. So let me create web server 2 file, and inside this web server 2 file I will put, let's say, bare minimum about this new resource, which is a empty definition, right? And I need to change it to second one. Okay, and now I can run Terraform import command. Okay, as you can see, I need to provide address ID. So in our case, it will be OCI resource dot yeah, and we need to have OCID of this machine, which is here, and I expect it will import the machine into our state file, right? Import prepared. So now Terraform plan will include this machine. Oh, something is wrong. What does it mean? It means we already have our resource inside our configuration and the state file, but we don't have details about what this machine, how this machine is configured. So all of the details should be provided. Should be availability domain, should be a compartment ID and shape, which is bare minimum for for working properly. So this kind of information we need to provide. Okay, so as you can see, I have used Terraform state show command to show the content of our state file, the content for this new web server 2, right? And necessary information for our configuration files are here, right? We have here availability domain, we have compartment, right? And we have the shape, right? So let me copy that. So let's start with availability domain, and I will edit web server 2, and I will add it here manually. Okay. Okay, what is next necessary? Compartment. I will add the compartment. And ultimately the shape, which is here. Okay, so now there is a hope that the Terraform plan will work. Okay, so it looks like we have, this machine under Terraform control. And to verify that, I will run Terraform destroy with the expectation that the whole thing will be destroyed, including this machine, which has been built manually and then imported into our Terraform. Let's verify that. Second machine, second web server will be destroyed as well. And let's verify if it's true. Destroying both web servers. Let's verify that in a console. Terminating both, right? One which has been created by us by Terraform, and one created by us with the console, right? Let me pause for a moment and we will see the outcome of the whole process soon. Okay, looks like both web servers are terminated, this manual and automated one, and it means we are able to somehow solve the issue when someone else is trying to do things outside of a Terraform realm. But as you can see, it's not very handy. So my final suggestion for everyone is to decide which way to go, right? Which way to work with OCI, right? My preference is to use Terraform everywhere to control everywhere from the code. And of course, you can use other tools such as OCI CLI, or you can use the console itself, but don't mix different approaches. My preference is to use only Terraform and prohibit the access to the console, and that is the best way in my opinion. And that is everything for today. Thank you and see you soon.